there is never good news about Twitch ever anymore. Like, I remember back in the day, it would be like, Twitch is adding this new feature and Twitch is doing this. People would be all excited. Now, every time you hear about Twitch in the news, it's Twitch is removing features. Twitch has a new bad thing they're doing. Twitch is paying out less. And it's like, what? Like, what is going on? And this is kind of interesting because we actually found out during the article yesterday when they interviewed the former VP of Amazon Gaming, right? And they found out that actually the reason that Twitch got purchased and or is being operated by Amazon is because they thought they wanted to get into the gaming space, and it's been a huge fail for them. Okay? So let's talk. Here we go. Ready for this, everyone? Here comes the good news of the day. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, it has officially been announced, it was yesterday, by the way, by Twitch. They are going to remove archiving of streams and clips on their site. The only thing you're going to be able to do if you are a streamer on Twitch, you will have 100 hours of storage capacity for highlights and uploads starting on April 19th. They're saying this won't apply to past broadcasts or clips, excuse me, and their rationale is thus. Less than 0.5% of streamers ever exceed 100 hours. This content accounts for 0.1% of hours watched. Users will be notified, okay? Now, here's the funny part about all of this, all right? They say 0.5% of streamers will ever exceed 100 hours. Right? And 0.1%, it only accounts for 0.1% of hours watched, right? But what they don't understand, okay, and what they fail to mention here is that out of that 0.5%, how many people are full-time streamers who make a living on Twitch, and this is their occupation, and this is the bread and butter of the site. This is the reason why most people use the site, right? That's what they're doing is they're saying, oh, only a small percent. Yes, but those are probably your biggest earners. Those are probably your most important people. Those are the people who need that because they want people to go to their channels and check out their old content. So when you are eliminating a feature that affects a small amount, but that amount are the big earners for your site, you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're dumb as hell. Okay? Now you might say 100 hours. Well, that's a lot. Really? Well, I want you to think about this realistically. Okay? 100 hours is a lot. In a given day, I stream over 8 hours. Were you aware of that? My streams typically go on around 11 a.m. This first stream usually doesn't go offline until after 4 p.m. So at a minimum, that's around 5 hours. Sometimes it's more. My late stream turns on around 6:45 p.m. and it usually runs till like almost 10 p.m. So that's another 3+ hours. So in any given day, that's 8 hours. All right? Now, think about someone who streams a lot, like me. Well, what if you're streaming 5 days a week? Well, I stream 6, but let's say 5 days a week. Well, that's already 40 hours. So basically, within 3 weeks of streaming full time, you'll have exceeded your storage capacity on Twitch. Okay? So you might say, well, then don't use Twitch. Fair enough, you don't have to. But that takes the traffic away from Twitch. If the whole idea of Twitch as a business is we are the go-to place for streamers, you want the content on that site. You don't want to have to go to Twitch to see the live stream, but if you want to see an archive, you go to your competitor YouTube. That doesn't even make sense. The whole idea here is that they're the one-stop source for online gaming content. But then they say, oh, no archives. It doesn't logically, it doesn't make sense. And when you see something like this, it's sad. What this means is that they're not doing well internally. Because no one downsizes if they're doing well. I'm going to repeat what I just said because a lot of people don't seem to understand this in business. Absolutely, positively, no one downsizes anything if they're doing well. When you're doing well, you don't care about all of that. You only look to downsize when you're looking for areas of efficiency because you're doing poorly and you need to cut the fat per se. And what this is signs of is that they're just not doing well as a business, okay? Sad, but that's probably why they're doing this. All right. So, 100-hour storage limit. Now, the funny part about this is it says this won't apply to past broadcasts or clips. It says it right there. I'm not blind, right? But I want to show you something. Look, will you remove highlights from people who have exceeded this? Hey, this information is given in the first image. If you're over 100 hours after 419, we will begin deleting highlights and uploads for you, starting with your least viewed highlights. Wait, what? This won't apply to past broadcasts or clips, but if you still have over 100 hours after 419, they're going to delete your highlights and clips. Wait, what? So it doesn't even make sense. This is their official explanation, and then they immediately contradict themselves in the further elaboration on the explanation. It won't affect the past stuff. By the way, we're going to delete all your past stuff. So if you just want to see how people are reacting to this, all you have to do is scroll down. I really hope you reconsider. This is going to harm the speedrunning community. I know storage is expensive, but somehow YouTube is able to make this work, so I guess a lot of us are going to move over there. There you go. We're going to move to your competitor. If fewer than 0.5% of streamers exceed 100 hours, what kind of savings are you getting from the policy? Call me crazy, but storing video on a video streaming site is probably one of your main jobs. Look. Rest in peace to years of broadcast being available for rewatching on Twitch. I got to move everything over to another platform or it's going to be lost. I saved all my video on demand as highlights since they would be automatically deleted otherwise, and they finally figured me out. This is a bad decision. If there was a simple way to organize and algorithmically push highlights, Twitch would run ads on them and keep the revenue. I suspect this is a horrible compromise by Twitch in preparation for introducing a playback feature in the near future. That is actually a key point that should be brought up here, okay? Many, many years ago, when I actually had some issues with YouTube, I went over and was streaming on Twitch, and Twitch was my focus most of the time. I basically said, to hell with YouTube. I don't really care about it anymore. Yes, I still uploaded daily videos to YouTube, but I stopped focusing on any kind of YouTube content. I was a streamer now, right? And when I did that, okay, I said, man, I would hope that Twitch is going to use their brain here and realize that YouTube is having issues, and a lot of people are actually having big disputes and all of that, right? And if Twitch were smart, what they would have done is they would have tried to replace YouTube. So not only are they the go-to streaming place, but now your streams can be auto-archived as videos on demand, and they have a formal part of the site that's similar to YouTube where you can have a repository of all of your content. You can dump it there so people can watch it later, but proper playlists, okay? So you can have here's the series of streams when I was playing said game from start to end, right? Proper search mechanics. You can search, I want to find when this streamer played this game, right? Which you can't do on Twitch. It doesn't exist. There's no search feature for on demand. I'm going to repeat that. There's no search feature for anything on demand. You can only find live streams on Twitch. They never implemented search or sorting or playlist or anything for proper use of the on-demand stuff. They only focused on the stream side of it. That's it. Okay? So you want to talk about a humongous lost opportunity. This was a time, I would say probably around the mid-2010s to the late 2010s, like 2015 to like almost 2020. Twitch easily, with some effort, focus, initiative, and intelligence, they could have overcome YouTube because YouTube was actually not being viewed very well. Remember, during the adpocalypse and all of that, a lot of people were very disgruntled with YouTube, and they were looking for an alternative, a place to upload videos and do stuff. Twitch could have easily done this if they had a brain. But the management at Twitch is some of the worst business management I've ever seen in my entire life. Keep in mind, this is the site that will just remove you or remove your partnership and not tell you why. Doesn't have any kind of formal process for anything. It's just a bunch of willy-nilly volunteers trying to do shit. It's a joke. They are awful. One of the worst operated businesses on this fucking planet, okay? Yet, they're the go-to place for streaming. All right. Supposedly everyone, I want to stream. I want to make a life out of streaming or whatever. And this is just another thing that they're doing that's screwing everything over. Look, I'm livid. This doesn't affect less than 0.5% of streamers. This is a kick in the face to the most loyal, active, and hardworking streamers on your platform. Thanks for erasing our history with you. I have a year's worth of highlights on my channel. This is upsetting. I have years worth of video on demand that my mods kindly highlighted and sorted into playlists for me. We can upload the video on demand to YouTube, but it makes it harder and way more stressful. This is a terrible idea. Instead of implementing something else that would help boost highlighted video on demand as suggestions for offline content, you'd rather just give the business to YouTube. I have hundreds of video on demand, years worth. I would take more than 2 months to simply move it all. See? And that's what they're saying. You have 2 months to move it all. Don't worry, it won't apply to any of your past broadcasts or clips, but then it says, yes, it will. So we won't delete anything. By the way, we're starting to delete stuff as of April 19th. So I just wanted to be as upfront and transparent about this. I don't like Twitch. Twitch has gone down the shitter in the last 5 to 10 years. They started off as a site that they wanted to focus on gaming and gameplay and really being the go-to place for streams, okay? And then what they did is they degraded themselves into a place to just print money because that's all they cared about. The truth is, Twitch is a very inefficient, poorly run business that's not making money for Amazon. It's a loss leader, actually, for Amazon, from what I'm to understand, meaning it's one of their divisions that regularly loses money, but Amazon just keeps going with it because it's notoriety for them being the top streaming site. You know, if Amazon were to close down Twitch, it would basically be like a blight on them, a big slight against them that they screwed this up so badly. But can we be honest here? Twitch is not a good place to work. Okay? First of all, in the last 5 years, everything gaming has grown, correct? Games are now going 4K. Almost every game is trying to run at a greater graphical fidelity and a higher frame rate. Has Twitch upgraded their capacity for streams? No. Twitch has not increased their server load, made it so that you could stream at a higher bit rate, none of that. So if you want to be a gamer and you want to share the best gameplay experiences with your audience, you cannot stream on Twitch. Right now, YouTube is the best place to do that because YouTube allows you to stream at 4K and all these higher bit rates. Twitch does not. So Twitch, just at the premise of what it's supposed to be, a gameplay streaming site, it fails. They haven't implemented any upgrades to their infrastructure to make it the place for gameplay streaming, okay? Twitch pays you less than every other single streaming site. I would like to repeat that. Ladies and gentlemen, Twitch.tv pays you less than every other streaming service out there. Everyone else pays you more. YouTube, Kick, even Rumble, they all will give you more money for your hard work. So why would you stream on Twitch? Twitch has a completely unprofessional moderation method where one person will be treated completely differently than another for no good reason. One person gets 17,000 slaps on the wrist, while another person has a first offense and is banned and removed. How is that fair? There's no transparency with the way that they operate their site. Why do they make the decisions they do, right? We still don't know. When's the next Dr. Disrespect situation going to happen? Why is it that there are people on there that are generally deemed as so offensive, yet they're okay, but then someone else who really doesn't do much anything wrong gets treated poorly? What about the VTubers? Why are some of these VTubers being treated like dirt when they're not doing anything wrong to violate the rules, but then another person can be on there that's not a VTuber and can say all kinds of racially charged, awful political things, and they're fine? It doesn't seem to make sense, does it? So I have to ask the question. Really, I want to ask this question, all right? And I hope that someone can answer this for me live today because I don't get it. It's 2025. Twitch pays less, regularly removes features that everyone likes, keeps doing bad things, moderates poorly, okay? So factoring all of these things in, all right? Outside of the fact that Twitch has a good chat, what other reason would anyone want to stream on Twitch for besides sheer, blatant ignorance? Because I really think that's what it is in 2025. People are still buying into this hype online that Twitch is the place to be to stream. Twitch is the best place to get discovered and to blow up and to make a living streaming. You couldn't be further from the truth saying that, but people still believe it. Why? I really would like an explanation about this. I just don't understand this. Twitch doesn't pay you as much as other places. You can't get discovered on Twitch. You can't have on-demand content on Twitch anymore. The moderation is awful. They let people get away with murder, but you get treated like dirt. Why in your right mind would you say, I want to operate a business on Twitch and try to blow up over there? You'd have to be a fucking idiot. And the fact is, that's a lot of people. They're just idiots. They just hear what they're being told, right? Oh, it's the place to stream. Let me get over there. But did you research it for 5 seconds, or you just listen to the hype of a bunch of teenagers, right? Twitch is not the place to be to operate for business whatsoever. I wouldn't want to go there if it were my last fucking option. They're absolutely terrible with everything they do. And the proof is in the pudding. If you're supposed to be a gameplay streaming site and they haven't upgraded their capacity to stream in like 7 years, they won't let you have a bit rate that's reasonable to even have a good stream anymore. Why would you fucking stream there? Legacy streamers I can get. If you've been streaming on the internet for a long time and you have your viewer base on Twitch and you don't really want to have to try to get them to migrate somewhere else, then I can totally understand. That rationale makes sense to me. But if you're someone who's a newcomer and you just want to, get started here, I just don't get it. I'm completely lost. 100%. You tell me, right? Every other place I can give you better benefits. Ready? On YouTube, you get paid more and you get the highest video qualities possible for your audience. Okay? Oh, by the way, auto on demand archiving and the like, it's all built in. On Kick, you arguably get paid more than the entire streaming industry. You get paid more for a sub on Kick than you will get paid for any kind of contribution anywhere else. Sounds like a win to me. On Rumble, you're free to basically do political content as much as you want. While a lot of people who've tried to do political content over the last 5 years have been shunned or banned from these other sites, they found success on Rumble because Rumble lets you say political stuff. So see what I'm saying? Like each site, I can give you great advantages. On Twitch, you want to know what the advantage is? The chat room's kind of nice. That's it. They've lost every other advantage that they ever had. There's no discoverability. They pay literally the least. Their video quality is fucking ass, and their moderation is terrible. So why would you want to be on Twitch? Not a single person has been able to give me any kind of a legitimate explanation right now in chat. Okay? Adam says, Twitch is a great site for teen boys to see games and softcore style, not safe for work content. Super Bonchan says, hold on, Hassan, who a lot of people attribute Hassan as the downfall of Twitch and the reason why they've lost a lot of the monetization stuff that they've had. They say that his behavior has kind of screwed the site over. So he says, Hassan and hot tub streamers would not survive on other platforms. Per viewer profitability is not the only thing that matters. Well, what you're saying is they just allow risque content. Yeah, but you notice it's only left-leaning risque content. Meaning you could, okay, if you are a very liberal person, I guess, it benefits you to be on Twitch. So I guess that's it. So if you're super left-leaning, Twitch is your streaming platform, right? And that's it. That's the only benefit to being over there, apparently. So it's pathetic. So anyway, when I read this story, oh, they're getting rid